Okay, welcome back to Artscape, and I'm your host, Bill Harris, and we are here with the third member of Sophia Street Studios, Christy Zerl.
Hello.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And you actually are not officially in here yet. You're moving in as we speak.
Yes,
right?
And I can't wait to get in here. So.
Yeah. Do you also plan on painting here?
Oh, yes, definitely. Probably set up under one of these nice little skylights here.
So I think that's great. So this will be a studio where people can come watch Trista make pots, Karen paint, you paint at any given time.
Yeah, we'll just be working it up here. So.
Yeah. Explain to us First Fridays, not just here but throughout the town.
Oh, First Fridays is a time just to chill and enjoy art, enjoy the whole scene, and be able to talk art, which gets us all going. But there's always good wine and food, and that's what a lot of people come out for too. But it's just good to just talk art and enjoy what we have to offer here in Fredericksburg.
So every First Friday, people can come here, the typical 5 to 9 hours?
Yes,
right?
Most definitely. And I think that's typical for most of the places. 5 to 9, some of them carry on to 10. Mm-hmm. But then a lot of them go to the restaurants afterwards, which is great for the restaurants downtown.
Yeah, it's really a great night. And I think on a typical First Friday, I think there's about a dozen to 15 openings.
That's what I'm thinking, and you might have some extras here and there, but on a regular basis, and I think you can find a map in the Weekender as well. So.
We're sitting right next to a beautiful piece of yours. But before we talk about that, I just want to. I guess a lot of people may be familiar with your work right on Caroline Street. You have one of the murals that are on there. Right. Explain that, and do a lot of people come up and say things about that?
Yeah, I'm known as the Koi Lady. Beautify the Berg was what the whole project was named, and we had, I can't remember how many artists signed up to try, to get the commission, you might say. And I think, 6 panels, I believe. And so 6 of us were chosen, and I got to paint that wonderful panel and had fun with it. Yeah. So
that'll be up for how much longer?
It's up for 2 years, so it'll be up for at least another year. So
if you see the beautiful koi fish on Caroline Street, that's Christy.
I'm right on the end.
Right. Now, explain to me the painting behind us. It's really breathtaking, and I think on camera this is going to look like a big old photograph, but it's not.
This is a piece that I've actually been working on and off for the last 3 years. It's been very intimidating for me. I had a visit to Maymont in Richmond. It's a beautiful, beautiful garden over there. And so I decided, okay, I've got to paint this peony. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And of course I did tweak it. I did go on my Photoshop and play with it a little bit. So you might not find this specific color in the real life.
I think that's more common than many people think of artists taking photographs, putting them on the computer, tweaking them, the colors a little, the contrast a little, and then...
Well, a lot of people, they say, that, oh, your artwork just pops off, the colors are just out there, and I said, well, it's because I tweak it beforehand too, but I do like to increase contrast. I like to intensify the color. I love playing with color, whether it be making it more dramatic or even cutting back and just doing black and whites with a touch of color. I like doing that every now and then too.
So this took 3 years?
Oh, well, on and off. I didn't, for 3 years it was sitting in my studio at home going, okay, you've got the outline, you know where you want to put everything, let's just get to it. I had started on, right here's the first petal I started on, and that petal has been there for quite a while now, but it didn't truly come to hard working until I worked on it for 2 weeks. Once I finally said, nope, it's not sitting in my studio anymore. I'm going to finish this thing.
I think what's impressive to me, among the many things that's impressive about it, is that it's in acrylics. Yeah. I paint in oils. That's hard, and I know in the beginning of the program I mentioned you painted in oils, but you paint all your paintings in acrylics. Yeah. Sort of explain to people that may not know what the difference of that would be.
Okay. I work in acrylic because of the kids. I have fumes go straight up to the kids' bedrooms if at home, but now that I have a studio here, who knows, maybe I'll dabble in oils again, but I haven't since college. So, but I've found a good niche when it comes to acrylics, and nowadays they have nice thick paints for you to work with, and obviously I have no problem with finding good colors. So I love playing with the color and doing all sorts of things, and one thing that always frustrated me, though, that I loved about oil is it takes a while for it to dry, so you're not wasting as much paint. But now they have the wet palettes, and that's what I use all the time. So it keeps it so that I can have my paints and they don't dry out, especially if you've got kids coming in and interrupting you in the middle of a painting going, oh my gosh, my paints are going to dry on me. But with that, you just close it up. You don't have to worry about it. So, and it works wonderfully for me. So, and I love being able to clean up easily, not having to worry about using turpentine. And all
Right, and that's the thing, oils, you need thinners and chemicals, where this is just a water base.
Exactly.
So how did you become an artist?
Once again, kind of like what Karen was saying, since I was itsy bitsy, I used to paint on the walls, little eyeballs, and I tried to blame it on my sisters. My mom knew better. But yeah, I drew ever since I can remember. My dad used to draw a lot, and he still does. He's more the character artist, so I'm into the realism. I kind of did my own thing there, but I know that growing up, I just always heard, well, you can't make it as an artist, you know. He grew up, he ended up being working in telephones and stuff like that, and anything that could pay the bills. And I decided I was going to try to prove him wrong. Yeah. You can be an artist, even though it is nice to have a husband that works in Dahlgren to help pay the bills. But I just love it. It's one of those things that I've always had it in my life, and always been creative. So
your two kids are getting a little older now, going into middle school, so you'll also have a lot more time to paint too.
Oh, yes.
What do you see yourself doing maybe different or more of now that you're going to have the time?
Well, I think one thing that all of us artists want to do when we do detail like this is try to tell yourself to loosen up, to go back to the stages of when you were being taught how to paint in the first place. Keep it expressive. And I tend to tighten up, and it might start off nice and loose, but I tighten up, and I need to play more with the loose part, because for one, most people can't afford the hours that I put into some of these pieces. It'd be nice to be able to whip out a painting in an hour. It just doesn't happen with me.
No, not
so yeah, it'd be nice to just loosen up a bit, but I still like playing with the color. So
yeah, well, I don't think you should change.
Thank you.
So they're going to be able to find your work here at Sophia Street Studios, but where else can people find your work?
Oh, actually, a lot of these pieces are getting ready to head down to Lee's Retreat. It's at the Bowman Center. So if you could get a chance to check that out, it's going to be there through June 30th. And then, so this place will be empty for a little while as I start producing more artwork. But, and then we'll have a big opening here at Sophia Street Studios for July 1st. So
that's going to be your grand opening here. That's a first Friday?
Yes.
Okay, so first Friday, July 1st. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for being with us.
And
thank you for being with us. That'll wrap it up today. Hopefully you'll come down here and check out Sophia Street Studios. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, you can email me at billharrisart@comcast.net. And until next time, this has been Artscape.